Is that new music for Cin-Emma Extra?
Sounding pretty epic this morning.
Oh, yes, and there's a good reason for that. We're diving in to the Marvel Universe this morning as we get ready for a new blockbuster out this weekend.
Every summer, there's always one or two big superhero movies hitting the box office and hoping to draw in those big crowds. Well, joining us with her thoughts on the latest Marvel film, our resident movie buff and MCU expert, honestly, at least compared to myself. Emma Jerome, tell us what's happening.
So here's the thing. This is going to be long, but I'm going to condense it the best I can. If there's something I missed, don't come at me.
That's what the MCU has said for years.
Just like the Marvel Universe.
There's a lot
trying to pack it all
about
in.
here.
Yeah.
We are talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is what this new movie really enters itself into. So the movie event of the summer, crash, bang, boomed its way into theaters yesterday. This is Deadpool and Wolverine.
I know I turn everything into a joke, but I care. I want to use that for something important. I waited a long time for this team up.
Let me ask all of you this. When was the last time a Marvel made you cry? And not cry because you were crying over the hours you had just wasted at the latest box office flop, but because it was actually provoking and emotional and awesome. This one made me cry. Dare I say, we are so back, baby. 4:30 on a Thursday afternoon isn't typically where you find a packed theater, but for this movie, that was absolutely the case. I'm going to speak as vaguely as I can because I don't want a mob should I speak anything that even smells like a spoiler. But this movie was chock full of nostalgia, enough action to thrill anyone, and yes, gratuitous cameos. I very, very much enjoyed this movie. For me, it felt like less of an attempt at a revival of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and more of a reset. So naughty, vulgar, and oh so fun Deadpool and Wolverine is in theaters right now, and I will say it is one, in my opinion, you must see in theaters. It is that awesome. The movie theater was full, and I went at 4:30 on a Thursday.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Well, they're hoping for those summer crowds. Kids are out of school, folks wanting to go cool off in a movie.
And they're also just yearning for something that feels like Marvel again. So now we're getting into a little bit of the weeds. I want to talk about the rise, the fall, and if we can ever get back to the Marvel that we all fell in love with, shall we?
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about the rise of Marvel. The Marvel Cinematic Universe became canon with the first Iron Man movie in 2008. That was really anchoring the franchise of the Avengers and the MCU around Robert Downey Jr. So I remember watching this movie on a portable DVD player in a tent in my backyard with my best friends, and that is when I became obsessed with these movies. From there, the whole franchise just took off, RDJ at one point being the highest paid actor in Hollywood. From there, we got Captain America, we got Thor, we got the Avengers, and people would flock to the theaters. They were obsessed. You could not get enough of this franchise. People online, they were talking about all these fan theories. And then it's Opus with the Avengers movies that had more people in them. You had Spider-Man and Hulk and everyone. And then it's Opus was Avengers Endgame, the ultimate team up. And spoiler alert, Iron Man giving his life to save the universe. When you have someone to love, when you have someone to hate, when you have a team to root for, that is where you have passion. And that is where I think Marvel did everything right. You guys probably have a Marvel superhero that is your favorite, and I can tell you it probably wasn't someone introduced in the last 6-7 years.
I
right?
guess for a lot of people, I would say excluding Deadpool, because Deadpool's been about the only success in the last few years when it comes to. But I do agree with you. For me, it's go ahead.
Deadpool wasn't part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe until very recently. It was something that existed on its own, like X-Men. Like, you can love Logan and Wolverine, but that wasn't part of this.
Right? Oh, interesting.
It was almost running congruent, but not. And then they opened that big can of worms with, like, the multiverse, but I'll get into that in a second. But yeah, like, that was the Marvel that we loved, right?
Iron Man is an iconic character.
Right. See, I liked it when I could go and watch a movie, one movie, in the span of 2 to 3.5 hours, and felt like I understood what was going on.
Emily?
I was out after that stopped being a thing.
Bluetooth brain, because this is where I think Marvel faltered. At some point, Marvel producers stopped focusing on movies with characters you adore and storylines that could stand on their own. Gone were the days where you had a movie or two to catch up on to be caught up. But in order to understand Doctor Strange, you needed to know what the quantum realm was. And in order to understand how the quantum realm worked, you needed to watch Ant-Man. Fine, I'll watch Ant-Man. I didn't love it, but I would do it. I was willing. And then Marvel hit its lowest with the franchise when it was full of teams or full of movies with team-ups that felt forced. You had to watch the series to understand what was going on. It lacked a certain it factor. And even the movies that were really good have their issues. We have Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings. It's a great movie. Simu Liu is awesome. That came out in 2001. A sequel is probably not going to be out until 2025 or 2026, so we have to wait for that. And then we have The Eternals, my biggest bone to pick, the most star-studded cast with the likes of Angelina Jolie, Kit Harington, Richard Madden, and a cameo from literal Harry Styles with so many loose ends that they ended the movie with The Eternals will return. But in a recent interview, the director said he has no plans to make a sequel.
Oh, no.
And then Marvel's lowest grossing movie ever, The Marvels, only grossing a little more than $200 million worldwide. It was just disappointing to watch. Brie Larson is an amazing actress, but you didn't understand what was going on unless you knew all of the other lore. It wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah. I tried. I watched WandaVision. I liked WandaVision, but that was where I was like, I cannot even keep up with the movies that are in theaters. So if I have to start watching series and movies to understand all of the things, I'm out.
Made it tough. And to agree with you, Emma, when thinking about, I did that years ago when Disney Plus put it in, like in storyline order. I did that. I binged all of them to get caught up.
Did you
did
take
the whole
notes
thing
along the way?
No, but in terms of just movies that I just was disappointed in, it was Captain Marvel, and I hate to say that, but also The Eternals. The Eternals was, it wasn't fun to watch.
It was. So can Marvel be resurrected? I don't know. Pay me more and I'll have an opinion. So I want to say one more thing. I want to thank everyone who tunes into this segment and sends me your nice notes and feedback. I got a message last week from a viewer about a noir film festival that happened at Hollywood Theater last week, and they wished I'd put coverage on it. I just want you all to know I love to spend my time around town and support local theaters, but there's so much happening that if I don't see it all, and if you ever feel like there's something that I should check out or share, please let me know. You can reach out to me on social media or send me an email or yell at me really loud in the street, and I promise we can chat.
All right, Emma, good stuff. Always appreciate it.
Sounds good. I am looking forward to Deadpool and Wolverine, though. I'll be back in on MCU for that one.
Totally.
Yep.
8:43.